Welcome to Create and Orchestrate. This is the Mind Over Matter series. Today, we're going to talk about why you are what you think about. I'm Marcus Whitney, and this is Create and Orchestrate. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I've been talking about this lately because there is an obsession, because we're in a presidential election cycle here in America, and there are some really incredible things that are happening in that election cycle. I'm right there with you. I see it all happening. It's incredible. I'm not talking about it a whole lot on social media because I'm not into that, but I see it. I see what's happening. It's incredible. If you can't consume these crazy things that are happening without them impacting you, turn them off. Turn them off, okay? You have got to limit the things that come into your world that are gonna impact you in a negative way. You have to control those things, period, end of story. And other people will say, oh, you're not informed, you're not engaged, you're not this. No, you're protecting your head. You're protecting your mind state, right? So you can function as a healthy human being and actually do some good in this world. We've never had a time in the history of the world where we've had always on access to brand new, crazy, unedited media where people aren't even thinking about what they're putting in front of people, they just put it out there. You know, we're seeing everything. We're seeing some amazing things, and we're seeing some of the worst things. And quite frankly, it's really, really hard to filter. So if you are one of those people who, and you can't change who you are. If you are one of those people who is really emotionally impacted by those things, you've got to control it and you've got to turn it off. Like, just uninstall the app, do whatever you got to do, but stop letting things into your head that are going to have a significant impact on you. Quite frankly, I'm detached from most of this stuff. I feel like what the most important thing in my life is to be strong so I can do good in the world. That's my thing. And so when I look at a lot of things, I'm like, wow, that's interesting, but I typically don't ultra freak out about it. I have a lot of friends who I see every single thing that's coming through the feed, they're sharing, they're retweeting, they're oh my godding, they're back channel texting me about. You know, clearly it's something that is making them compulsively obsess about this thing. That's okay if that's what you want to be about, but if that's all you're thinking about, that's what you're going to be about, okay? You're going to be thinking about constantly responding to the crazy crap that's going on in the world. It's not worth it. If you look back at a year of time you spent on your Facebook newsfeed, tell me what the fruits of that were. How did that help you? What great product did you create as a result of the hours of newsfeed surfing that you did? What good did you create in the world as a result of, you know, just spending days and days on Twitter? Nothing. And is it even healthy to be that informed? Is the information even any good? We've got to do a better job of controlling what's going into our heads, right? There's an assault. It used to be that we were driving down the street and we'd see these billboards and it was like, wow, you can never turn it off. Now we're driving down the street and we're literally watching Facebook instead of driving. We've got to do a better job of keeping our mind focused on what's important in life. You know, we are what we think about. There's no question about that. You want to know my trick is? People say, oh my God, how do you do all this stuff? I stay busy because if I had an idle mind, I would get in trouble. I know that about myself. So I load myself up with projects and people go, oh my God, he's too busy, he's overwhelmed, he can't do anything. Trust me, I'm just fine. I am just fine. You know what I mean? I'm doing all these projects. I haven't been this healthy in 8 years. You know, my diet's good, I'm working out every day, I'm focused, I'm getting good sleep. You know, I'm in great shape, and the reason why is because, you know what I'm thinking about all day? I'm thinking about Jumpstart Foundry, I'm thinking about Nashville FC, I'm thinking about this show, I'm thinking about my book, I'm thinking about my kids, I'm thinking about my friendships, I'm thinking about my family. I don't have time to think about anything bad. I am what I think about. I'm all of those things, which is awesome, right? You have the same ability to do that. Fill your life up with good things to think about and you'll become, you know, a magnet for good things. You'll become a good thing. You'll be a good thing for the world. I don't care what it is. I know I beat up on Facebook just now, but whatever it is that's negative, you have to control what comes into your head. It's super important because you are what you think about. One love.